Hello, good morning. I'm King POSH, your host for today's show. So now we got Forza 6 that we're going to go to, and then Forza 7. I re-downloaded Forza Horizon, the original, just because I took it down to save space. I have 724 gigabytes free. But I'll be starting to do the series of Forza Horizon, the original. I'll get to 2, and then I'll go to 3. So that's what we are going to do. These are the games that I own. So if you guys want to know what I have, this is just a trial. I haven't even played it yet. I've been playing a little bit of this, but yeah, these are my games that I play when I'm offline. You guys ever want to see any of these, please let me know, and I'll do what I can. And I just bought Sea of Thieves 2 days ago, and I really like that game. So, amazing graphics. Yep, so let's get right to it. I'm making videos for the next couple of days, but Thursday and Friday I will not have any videos. Or Saturday, Sunday, and then I'll be making something for Monday. I remember I had to come to this car just to get the tune for Forza 7. Because if you did the league racing, you won this car. So I had to come over here and pick up the tune because I did not have it. Because it had different engines. Means there's no video. I was expecting a video. You know, like a starting out video. Maybe there is, but we'll wait and we'll see. So I hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. I know I am. It's good to see the different graphics of all the Forzas. The tracks that are here, the new tracks, the tracks that are gone. Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember about a video, but I guess we'll just skip on ahead. Usually there's a video by that time. I always like my intros. I gave it a chance to catch up with everything. Look at that. Still making that money. Oh yeah. And more gifted credits. 425,000. Anything else? No. Oh yeah. A lot of the same cars in this one. A couple new ones. But oh yeah, I always like the 4C. Conspiracy theory drifters. Yep, and of course I had to have this one because I need the tune for 7. Sometimes you can't always go back and, you know, you can't file share some of these just because of the engines. The Alfa Romeo Giulia TZ2, if you guys ever want to know, that's one of my favorite cars on Forza 6. And it's $600,000, so it's really expensive, but it's really good. Lots of good stuff in here. The V12 Vantage. This thing's awesome. Another great car that you guys gotta try. any of the R8s are excellent in Forza 6. So you're looking for some amazing cars. The Audis are really tuned. I've spent many hours on every one of them to get them to par. There's a couple in here that just sound amazing. I can't remember. Well, there's this one. This one always sounded pretty good. I always love the sound of this thing. I always love the sound of that. And the engine in that has that sound, I forget now. Of course, it's the stock powertrain. I mean, I'd have to look it up just to see what it is. How much power am I pushing out of that thing? Can we press the right buttons? This beautiful morning. 875 horsepower. Oh. Pretty much like a V6. But there's a lot of great cars in here. This has always been my favorites. The all-wheel drive drift tune for the limo, and the rear-wheel drive drift tune for the limo. The rear-wheel drive drift tune for the limo is pretty much the same like all of my other rear-wheel drives. It just works great for this because it's got the front at 50%. It's got 994 horsepower because it's a limo. It kind of needs that power, but absolutely amazing. And I just put this back up on the share front just because, And of course, you know, I always like to run this around. And a lot of people get annoyed, but I do it just because I like to annoy people. Got the USDA Forest Service vehicle. And Drift Tune by King POSH Gaming. You know, someone painted that. I was like, dude, I gotta have that paint job. That's awesome. Car that we're missing right now is the T1. That's a sweet ride. Man, I wish they had that in 7. Nope. Great cars. There's that 2069 Crisis Rocket. Couple good classics. The Datsun 510. I always like the paint jobs in 6. Now, they're not like, you know, Forzas, you know, the older Forzas where people really got into it. But, yeah. Still great. Look at that. It's all the way over there. Yep. A lot of great cars in here. They definitely increase in size when it comes to cars. I always love the California T. That's one of my favorite Ferraris. And that paint job is super bright. Oh, Team Forza editions. I've driven this in real life. Absolutely loved it. Nope. Some great paint jobs. Very, very simple, great paint jobs. Yeah. Of course, the most expensive car in the game, and in 6, that's the power you could push out of it, was 600 horsepower max. That was just a pain. It's like, oh, hey, you pay $5-10 million for a car, and you're like, oh man, I can't wait to upgrade this. You know? And all you got is a drivetrain and a twin turbo. And all you can push is 600 horsepower. And you're like, oh. That was always a sad thing. Another thing that just annoys me on this game is when you go and look at cars, it doesn't take you back to Ferrari. You know, it just doesn't. It just drives me up the wall. But what are you going to do? So, And you gotta go find where you were, and then you can go down. Yep. 522 horsepower is all you can pull out of this one. Now you can pull the V12 out of this, and this car is absolutely amazing on Bernese Alps. So if you want a great Ferrari, try my 250 California. You'll love it. A lot of other great cars. A lot of great Fords in here. Ton of great Fords. Lots of great. Oh yeah, I have a ton of these. I love them. The Hot Wheels Mustang. Ah, I miss them. Oh. Just a lot of great cars that we're just missing. That's all. Now you gotta wait in Forza 7 just to get some of these cars. Oh yeah, Taylor Swift, one of the best paint jobs I've ever seen. I absolutely love this paint job. Well, you're not gonna see much there. In the slow moving of the best paint job I've seen ever. Now that takes skill. That takes some skill to paint. It's just insane what people do. It's like you think that's just they copied a picture, but you can't copy pictures. Oh. A lot of great Hondas. Hot Wheels, the Bone Shaker, that's gone. I'm glad it's gone. It was horrible for anything. At least I didn't like it for anything. There are a lot of nice, Infinities that we're missing out on 7. But a lot of great cars. That's always just a strange looking race car from 1988. When they're really starting to get really in depth with aerodynamics. Still fast cars. Oh yeah, the Jeep Willys. Oh my goodness. Guinea? Is that a word? Who knows? That is one wicked drift car. I'll tell you what. There's times when I just go down through all this stuff and I just click on every one and see me people have downloaded my tunes for it. Oh, I pressed a little button there. I painted this car myself. That's as best for painting as I've done so far, other than my Bugatti paint jobs. Yeah. So, and then the concept's gone, so we don't have that car anymore. Oh, that's missed. If you want another great car, you want a cheap car, try my 1968 Lancia. How do you say that? Coupe Rally 1.6. That thing is awesome. That thing drifts for days. It's so perfect. Jurassic Park. I picked this as orange. I saw one of these in real life, and I was like, oh, I love the orange because it's the same color as the car that I own now, my Subaru, and I absolutely love that color. But yeah, we definitely miss Lexus. Lexus is just gone for now. But and a lot of people use my LFA. That's another really popular tune that people really like. Hello Kitty. I always love rocking Hello Kitty. Oh yeah, a lot of great Lotuses. All the Lotuses are drift tuned and they're ready to go. I always like the Spirit R here because they only had the DMC DeLorean for like one game, and then they took it out. So this is the closest we can get to having our DeLorean. It's always a great tribute. Oh yeah. Beast of cars. One thing I don't see many people run is this. And if you didn't know, welcome, Salvage. If you didn't know, the MC12 is an awesome car. And look how much horsepower that thing pushes. And it's all-wheel drive. I mean, you can convert it to all-wheel drive. But I hardly have ever seen anybody in Forza ever run this car. So, we'll get into that car. We're back to so many cars. It takes forever just to, you know, buy all of these. And then you gotta wait for it to load up. The Gibby Cup has always been a favorite Maserati. This is drift tuned. This is just amazing. Everybody's like, oh man, he's gonna run into people, and then they see me go sideways. And they're like, what? Oh yeah. My Mazda RX-7. A lot of great cars. This right here, the 1972 Mazda Cosmos, is a definitely must-try tune if you're still playing 6. You're gonna like it. A lot of McLarens. Yep, I drove one of those before in real life. Really exciting, exhilarating. Let's put it that way. AMG is always the best sounding cars in Forza so far. Like the GTS, it just has a pop and a growl, and it just sounds awesome. A lot of Mercedes. I had a tune for it, and I tried to make it better, and I messed up the whole tune, and I didn't share it or save it, and I lost it all. And I haven't gone to it ever since. And that's on 7 also. That's what I actually mean. I did it on 7. I didn't on 6. I didn't touch it on 6. The G-Wagon's always a great car. I always liked that one. If you want to know a popular car that a lot of people use, this one. A lot of great Mercedes. Oh yeah, a lot of great paint jobs. I am so glad this car is gone. It was horrible. All you could pull out of it was 447 horsepower, and it was all-wheel drive, and you're like, yeah, not good for much other than racing. It was amazing to get this to an A700 with 504 horsepower and all-wheel drive. Everybody just expected that you're either running front-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive. So, a lot of teeter-tottering just to tune that car. The Mitsubishis, that was the max power you can get out of the car was 532. I do see people use them, but you know, just low numbers. I always used the Lancer Evolution GSR just because it had 875 horsepower. It always worked. So did that one, and that one hardly ever worked. You don't ever see many people really run them. I don't see any people really ever run this. A lot of great Nissans. I keep the, you know, the season greetings stuff. McDonald's. You're dead. Oh yeah, a lot of Nissans. There's the paint job from Skin Peeler. I still rock it. Yep, Fast and Furious editions. #1 all-wheel drive drift tuner. This is basically the paint job I use when I'm testing cars out. When I go online, I usually run that paint job so people know that I'm tuning cars and tweaking them. And then when they're finally made, I put a actual paint job on it. The Fairlady Z432 is an awesome car, if you guys like Nissan. Great cars. You guys can't get this car anymore in 6. Apparently Forza made a mistake, and now the people that have them are the people that have them. You can get this in 7, but you can't get it in 6 anymore. So, this is one of my go-to cars when someone wants to 1v1 me. I usually pull this one out. It's really, really good. So, I made a lot of people rage quit when they tried to 1v1 me with that. But now when people want to 1v1 me on 6, it's up in the air now just because different physics. I don't hit the points I get to do on 7 when I go to 6, and it just annoys me. Pontiac. Look at all these great cars. Look at the Aztec. Absolutely gorgeous. It's almost the same color as my car in real life, but it's a little darker, but I still like it. I got the Ghostbusters mobile right there. Oh yeah. A lot of great cars here. Excellent cars. And this one I always use a lot. It's more front wheel drive than rear wheel drive, and it's just epic. A lot of Porsche stuff. Yeah. I mean, you had to pay for the Porsche, but in Forza 7 you didn't have to. It was kind of nice. Definitely had them all. Love them. Such great cars. Other good cars that I missed that are in Forza 7, and some of them that aren't. This was always my best car. You can see the rims aren't as big as the past video. It's just good just to go through this and just show you guys just what I think and what I like. The Ram Runner, awesome truck. Oh yeah, the Renault Clio RS. This is also has the same tune as the Opel GT, and this thing's a beast. This is just a great car to use in general. Just it's kind of a sleeper drifter because you bring this into a online lobby. A, you won't see anybody run it unless they're French. B, it'll destroy, and C, everybody will be like, "What the heck just happened? And what is that? I want it." Great cars. This is also another amazing, the Alpine A110. Awesome mid-engine, rear-engine car. Love it. The Clio Williams was the first time we saw it was Horizon, I think 2, and that was the car that I used. I loved it. Of course, the Rolls Royces I go through with these. Just to strut myself because I'm rich and luxurious. This is another great car that you hardly ever see in an online room. The Scion TC. I know people that would use this religiously. The Cobra Daytona, another expensive car. Awesome on all the tracks. Positive, it's a posi build. Positive tuning. The Cobra 427 SC is awesome because if you use the stock engine, there's no rev limiter. It never bounces. It just goes up there and stays there in any gear. A lot of great Subarus. I love that paint job. Let's not catch this over my knee. So, a lot of great Subarus. This was my favorite Subaru in the past Forzas, the 2008 Impreza. It's a straight build, but it is just a great starter car. The Tiger's a great car. That's gone. We'll probably never see that again. My Tesla. Another great car with one gear. Great tune. I'm just leaving people's names popping up. I don't care anymore. It's all good. But, yeah. A lot of great cars in here. Toyota that we all miss and love. Let's all just have a moment and remember the good times. I'll miss you. That one has 1,000 horsepower. That has 1236. Completely different. Well, yeah, that's the all-wheel drive version. I have a rear-wheel drive version. Yep. We will miss you. Yep. A lot of great Toyotas. All will be missed. Every one of them. Yep, TVR. Ultima. Great car. Vauxhall. Oh, this was my race car back in the day. It was sweet. It wasn't fast, but it was grippy. A lot of great VWs. I know a lot of people that own VWs. My best friend owns a VW. He loves his VW. I got to ride in it. It was awesome. I like his VW. But we definitely miss this. And we're waiting. How long will it take for Forza 7 to get us this car again? That's what we want to know. A lot of great Volvos. The 850R is always the best Volvo to always go with. That one and this one. The 123 GT. These are two of the best. Absolutely love them both. The Lykan Hypersport. I missed this one. This one's great. A lot of fun. And then whatever that is. We'll just call it the Special Roadster. So yeah. So this is the MC12. It is just so gorgeous. I just wouldn't want to own one in real life because I always figure someone's going to come over and just put their hand on those little thin pieces of carbon fiber and try to break them off. That's just what gets to me. So here's the front end in here. See what all you got. No room for luggage, so don't expect to be going anywhere far with this thing. And of course I can't look at the engine because I have the engine upgraded. So, can't look at the engine. Come on, get in there. All carbon fiber. Sounds amazing. Looks amazing. It's one of my all-time favorite exotic cars. It's just those little, slits in there would just annoy me all the time. That's it. Of course, when I built this thing, I put the all-wheel drive. Oh, look at that! I guess you could look at the engine, but I guess you just can't. Some of these you just can't. It's been a while. I don't remember. But yeah, there's your spoiler. Kind of nice. I kind of like the spoiler because it's not like an ugly makeshift. Stock tires, stock width. Yep. I mean, I could have maxed that out just to maybe counterbalance with the rear, but I didn't. And everything's pretty much the same when it comes to tunes. I mean, you guys aren't really copy and pasting. A little pausey on this one. So yeah, great car. The back end's always going to be a little higher. Yeah, 76, 46, 84% to the rear, and everything's failed. Such a great car. Let's go look at these tracks. How do I get to them? Do I even remember? I'm not sure. I just know the tune. Test drive. So we got the Autodrome. Couple great new tracks. Bernese Alps as usual. Brands Hatch. Now when I tune my cars, I go to this track. Then I go to this track. Okay. And then I go to this track. Okay, once I get all those 3 tracks done, I know that the car is tuned for every single track. That's why it says all tracks ready on my tunes. Because I'm just tweaking the gearing to work on them all. They got Circuit de Spa, my most hated track. Circuit of Americas was new. Awesome track, and it is used religiously. Daytona, we hated this track because, you know, everybody would race all the way to the finish line, but once it was timed, it wasn't so bad. The Hockenheim Ring, great track, great for drag racing. I always make jokes about the Hockenheim Ring because it just sounds like you got a disease. You just came back from the doctor, like, doctor told me I have the Hockenheim. Oh man, that sounds serious. It is, man. Homestead's still a good track. I absolutely love that track. Of course, there's Indianapolis. Lime Rock. It's when Lime Rock came into the picture. I lived about 6 hours from Lime Rock, and I never went. Just because it looks like a tiny track. But, all in all, a lot of people like that track. We hate this track, so we're just going to skip on. The Mazda Speedway. I actually love the Mazda Raceway. I call it a Speedway. Raceway. Absolutely amazing. I've been near it. I just never seen it in real life. The track in Australia. No, this is in Australia. This is in Bathurst. That's summer. Great track. Oh no, that's Australian. What was I thinking? I don't know anymore. Nürburgring. If you want to learn how to drift, go on this track. This is where you learn how to drift. Alright, that's to learn how to drift of 20 whatever year this thing came out. I miss Prague being online. I really do. I love Prague online. Rio, great track all the way around. I love the chili pepper. This is where I tuned my limos because I wanted to make sure the limo did short tracks. In a car accident, annoyed everybody. Road America, great track. Great track for racing until you go up that hill and you're flying and you have no downforce and you take off. That is basically what I call the launch pad hill. Yep. Road America, great classic car track, amazing. The graphics look really good. That grass looks amazing from here. I really like that. Oh, looking good. Too bad it doesn't look that good in the game. I always think it looks flat, but that's just me. Silverstone, also amazing track for drifting when you're tanning with your friends, hanging out with your buddies, you know, getting sick sideways and, you know, impressing the ladies. This is the place to go. Oh, I missed my track there. Yeah, great. You know, Sonoma, great track. I'd love to visit someday. It looks like it'll be a fun track to actually race on. The fake track, awesome. Love it. Oh yeah. The 8 Mile drag. Got the Top Gear tracks as normal. This was a paid content. It's in 7, but in 6 it was a paid content. And hardly anybody ever had it. So every time I wanted to run it, nobody had it. And it was kind of sad for me. But I definitely ran it, and I absolutely loved it in 6. Watkins Glen, kind of still new. Another great track for racing. Drifting, it's okay, but for racing, I really like it for racing. Ineos Marina, that's always used a lot. Still a great track. Miss it, love it. Whatever you want to say about it. It's gorgeous. And it's nighttime. Let's do it. Such a great car. I just like it just because it's something different. Go over here for points. Such a great car. Now it's just a great car just to kick back and forth. You gotta have some speed with this one just because you're basically drifting a piece of paper. That's what I always call these supercars like Lamborghini. You're drifting a piece of paper. It's very grippy at times. You gotta be careful here because it will take points away from you. I know in 7 on this, your tires would turn pink around this corner. And that would be awesome. Whatever that color is to that building to the left. It glides. It really does. Just because it's a piece of paper. And it's just a great all-around car. I absolutely just love how it looks. I like the paint job. It's just beautiful. Just beautiful. And it's really good on the 4K TV. So, yeah. Well, hey guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video of this. The tune for this car right here should be shared. It is. And believe me, not many people use it. I mean, look. 2015, 27 downloads, 11 uses. Alright, hardly ever anybody uses this car. But it's one of my favorites. I really like it because that is the key. Very little people use the car. So, awesome. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed the video. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. If you'd like to comment down below, you're allowed to. You're allowed to start arguments. You're allowed to, you know, say whatever you want. I don't care. Thanks for watching. And I will see you guys in the next video. Love you guys. I'm King Posh.